Morning, everyone. I'm going to get everything set up here, and then I'll unmute Blake as we go. If it'll let me bring Blake in.
Hey.
I got it. And I think there's sound, according to some of the people private.
Good. Yeah, I need to bring my phone up, Nicole. That way we can see comments. And we're getting a new software soon, so we're excited about that. So hopefully fingers crossed that our issues go away slowly. Let's see here.
Let me make sure I have everything pulled up before we begin, but
yeah, we're good. I think we have audio.
Okay. I can't do it without it pulling up through my mic, so morning, gotcha. Heidi and Scott.
Yeah, hey Scott. Hey, Councilwoman Wilder. Hope everybody's doing okay today. Is it cloudy out? I'm looking out my window. It's partly cloudy today.
It's partly cloudy, but it's not like a gray cloudy like we've had for like the last few weeks. It's a lot happier outside, and I'll take it.
I'm waterlogged. Like, if that's a thing, like, I'm waterlogged. It's just too much rain.
But isn't that usually a term that people use when they drink too much water? Are you just like walking outside when it's raining and like drinking it in? Morning, Muriel. We'll go ahead and get started. And it is Star Wars Day. I actually have a graphic for May the 4th be with you later in our slides.
Yeah, May the 4th. I changed my on my Facebook, my personal Facebook. I have the, what do you call that?
The profile frame.
Yeah, the frame. I
think it's called a frame. Yeah.
I'm a huge Star Wars fan. I love Star Wars. So can I tell a personal story?
Go for it. Go for it.
So when I was a kid, like I'm talking like 3. So I think it was my uncle. He had, this is back in the VHS days, had taped Star Wars off TV and gave the VHS to my dad and my mom. And so we would always play, I would always play the VHS tape of Star Wars. And you know, at the beginning, the 20th Century Fox thing with the lights and everything? You know what I'm talking about? With the drums and stuff. So anytime I heard that on TV, I thought Star Wars was coming on because that's how the beginning of Star Wars starts. So I'm a huge Star Wars fan. I know I'm a nerd. I'm sorry. But
I saw a lot of people sharing it this morning. So
yeah. But yeah, I remember I would be like 3 and I would scream Star Wars because I thought that it was Star Wars every single time.
I just want to make sure I was catching everyone's comments as they came in.
Yeah,
guys, make sure you share the show. We are going to get started. And today is Rumor Control Day. It is Economic Development Day. And we've got a lot of events to share. But I also, at some point, will pull up Experience Weatherford to show you guys some of those really fun events that we have coming up. But thanks for everyone who's joining us. If I click on the right slideshow button. You want to get started, Blake?
Yeah, you bet. So resources. So when we are not live on social media, like right now, you can always get information from the city of Weatherford by visiting weatherfordtx.gov. This is our mothership of information, basically. Every department is detailed. Every bit of information regarding city council meetings, board and commission meetings, archived meetings or old meetings are available. You can even watch the meetings when they're live on the website. So that's a great resource, weatherfordtx.gov or GOV, however you want to say it. We also have our official tourism website, experienceweatherford.com, and we often get asked, is there a place I can go to get a listing of events, restaurants, businesses? That's your one-stop shop, experienceweatherford.com. If you're not familiar with Weatherford, you can go there and see all the events that are coming up, all of the restaurants, all of the businesses. You can actually book a hotel room as well right there at experienceweatherford.com and plan your trip or, like a weekend getaway. We also have our economic development website, chooseweatherford.com, and this is geared more for developers or business owners looking to expand or relocate in Weatherford, and they work with Kristen Pegues over in economic development once they visit that website. Then we, of course, we have our downtown website, which highlights the bypass. That's heritagesquareweatherford.com, and then all the major platforms, we are on those. Facebook is at Weatherford, Texas. Instagram at City of Weatherford. Twitter is at City Weatherford. YouTube, just search Weatherford, and then next door is City of Weatherford. Good morning, Lindsay. Hope you're doing well.
Yeah. I also gave a shout out to, like, it sent me a bunch of names that were watching. So morning, everyone that's watching. And then I was typing that comment. So you went over all of our social media as well?
Yes.
Cool. So we'll move on. So this is that graphic. I probably should have put it earlier, but hey,
I love
is what it is. So may the 4th be with you. You guys check out. I know that we always have some businesses in town that always typically do something Star Wars theme, of course, like Sheps does. I know that they're big on Star Wars over there. So check them out. And
I think he actually has a several costumes. John Shepard, the owner, and his wife Jen. I think they dress up.
Yes, and some of their staff do. I don't know if all of them do, because I feel like sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But they always leave it up to their staff to dress up some way, shape, or form. So you guys check them out. But of course, you can see that and other events and stuff if they post them for all of our local businesses on Experience Weatherford, like Blake was talking about. And then we have our website that is a little bit more mobile friendly, guys, and that is our My Weatherford app. Check it out. It's free on both the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. So for Android and Apple phones, we're there. It is free. Check it out. So this week I wanted to feature the fact that you can check out our calendar so you can see the upcoming events and everything. So I think that's a really cool feature that we have going on. And it combines our community calendar and our meetings now. It should have, they said that they were pushing out all updates on Apple either yesterday or today. I don't know what time of day they push it out, because that's kind of up to the Apple App Store when they push it out, but that should be updating from like this to match our new website theme. So you guys all go check that out.
You want me to take this?
You got this.
Well, we sort of already talked about Experience Weatherford, and this is actually an ad that we placed in the Texas. I can never remember. Nicole, help me out.
Texas State Travel Guide that TxDOT puts out.
Texas State Travel Guide that TxDOT publishes each year. This is the ad that you will see in that publication. I love that publication. It's something you can use year-round, and they do it each year. And so you will see us listed in that magazine for 2021.
Yeah. And of course, Experience Weatherford at the start of COVID, we switched its mobile app over to Weatherford Eats. So guys, check it out. It updates based off of when businesses update their own listing on Experience Weatherford, but you can filter out by who has takeout, delivery, the different types of food, what's in your area. Again, it's another free app we have for you guys. So you guys utilize it. And I know that I see a lot of people like talking about it in the community groups on Facebook. So yeah, check it out. And then our next slide, I really wanted to give a quick shout out to, I feel like we share updates from all of our departments quite frequently, but it is Public Service Recognition Week. So that is a nationwide thing where for state, federal, and local governments, so for all of the different levels, they ask that people talk about like the services that they provide. So this is for people who provide service to the public. So this is by no means an all-inclusive graphic. I want to do some more posts and videos this week, time permitting and stuff, giving a shout out to all of our departments. But every department we deal with, whether they are internal only, like facility maintenance or IT, or whether they're internal, external, whatever, they all provide a service to the public because our internal departments keep all of our external departments going. So shout out to all of our employees. And then the bottom picture is actually a picture of story time last week at the Reading Pavilion at the library, which is every Tuesday and Thursday at 10:30. So if you've got little ones, go check them out. It's fun and interactive. They've got lily pads for the kids to sit on. They always have like a fun take-home coloring page or craft or something for the kids. So check it out. Blake?
All right. Peach Festival, which is, I would say Peach Festival. Oh, I got tongue-tied there. I would say Peach Festival is just.
I'll bring you up.
Like hello, there I am. Hey. Biggest event of the year here in Weatherford. It's put on by the chamber. The city of Weatherford works with them to make sure that event is successful each year. And last year it was unfortunate; it had to be canceled due to COVID. But this year it will be back on, and Tammy Gazzola, along with her team, do a flawless job every year. That's going to be Saturday, July 10th. It will go from 8 a.m. until 4 p.m. I encourage everyone to bring water to hydrate that day. Now they do have the. Our utility department brings the trailer where you can get some water for free. But they have all kinds of peach goodies, probably peach drinks as well at that event. So stay hydrated if you do plan to come. And I'm not sure on tickets yet. Do you know?
Yeah, so I actually had some extra notes to share from Tammy this morning.
Perfect.
So we will have online ticketing where you can buy your tickets ahead of time online. So that's going to be something super easy for you guys. You can buy your tickets ahead of time. You don't have to worry about it. So if you're coming in from out of state or whatever, you can buy them online. You'll have a digital copy of your tickets to show to get in. That's a great thing. They have hats. This picture shows the hats that they just got in. I think she said they got them in yesterday or today. I should have written that down. But I
wish Tammy would bring me a hat. I don't know why I don't have one. I'd be wearing it right now, right, Nicole?
Cough, cough. I'm going to go get myself one this afternoon.
Tammy at the chamber.
They're going to have shirts, hopefully in by the end of the month, but tickets will be on sale this month. Shirts will be on sale this month. And last year, fun fact, they actually won Best Shirt Design from Texas Festivals and Events. And I think, if I remember correctly, I just met with PD and the chamber and stuff last week, and we actually are the largest one-day festival in the state. So guys, awesome. It's a big turnout. Check it out. And also they wanted to point out that we are actually expanding the footprint of it. So it will be more space, but they're doing that so that way they can have more space between booths. So it'll be like a booth, then a space for a booth that'll be empty, and then another booth. So it will be spaced out. We are taking extra precautions as far as safety and health and everything we can. I know that there's a lot of strategies going into that, but we will not be losing any booths because we have expanded the space. And so we will still have over 200 booths in attendance at this event. So guys, check it out. My mom said that's not subtle at all.
Okay, I want a hat. I want a cap, okay?
Which, Blake, I'll let you cover this next slide too. You got this one.
All right. So this is the ribbon cutting / groundbreaking ceremonies that are lined up for this next month, for the month of May. This is coordinated by, again, the fine staff over at the Weatherford Chamber of Commerce. I won't read through every one of these, but I'll highlight a few for you all. One of those that I'm noticing right off the bat is Trophy Insurance. They basically renovated the old Applebee's location. And they are having their ribbon cutting at 5:00 on May 14th. Is that a Friday, Nicole? Let's look here.
I believe it is.
It is. It's a Friday.
But they're doing a big event. So there's going to be food and a lot of other things.
Yes. So I know they've been working on that renovation for the last 6 to 8 months probably. And then the next big one I see is Boot Barn at 11 a.m. on May 20th. They are located at the old where Home Zone Furniture used to be located, next to the Target area off or south of Interstate 20. And then Total Care Emergency Room, they just opened at 709 South Main. That's on May 27th for their ribbon cutting at 4 p.m. Then, of course, the Chamber Mob. That's always a fun event. They will be, it looks like, at Office Max on May 12th and then Pastafina on May 19th. And then the Chamber Mixer will be at Texas Bank on May 18th from 4 to 6 p.m. So if you're if you're a business owner and are not a member of the Weatherford Chamber of Commerce, be sure to join them as a member. You get a lot of benefits and perks when you're part of the Chamber of Commerce, and you get to network with a lot of great individuals across our fine city and meet some just awesome individuals. So join that. They do numerous events throughout the year that you can buy tickets to, such as Peach Festival. So if you're not a business owner, you still have a way to get involved with the Chamber of Commerce.
Well, and Blake, this full month is because they did a chamber membership drive where they got 118 new members or members who used to be and then are coming back. So it's great to see those different businesses get to know each other and people support, like businesses supporting business, residents supporting businesses. So they've got a ton of really fun stuff coming up. Exactly. And they, the chamber recently, I believe, went with, elected officials and other city just leaders here in Weatherford, whether it was a business owner or just an individual in general. They went to Austin to represent the city of Weatherford and Parker County. So that was Tammy and her staff at the Weatherford Chamber of Commerce representing Parker County at the state capitol several weeks ago. And we're just proud of everything that they do for us. Mm-hmm. So then our next slide actually takes us into the utility portal, guys. We made a post about it yesterday. Check it out. If you have an account, a utility account with us in the city, you can sign up. So we have, these are It's actually on our website too, under utility billing and then billing inserts. But you guys can check it out. And we made a Spanish version of it too, to hopefully make that a little bit easier to understand. We're trying to reach all of our audiences the best we can. And I did have someone who's fluent in Spanish double check my grammar, because grammar's hard, guys. And it's not my first language, nor is it really my second. I know just enough to get by. So you guys check it out. That's a really cool thing. Ready for it, Blake?
You've got it. Take the
rumor
stage.
Control. So this is the time where we're going to talk about some of the businesses that are coming to town, and then we also like to cover some of the rumor control items. So things that we see people saying are coming to town but aren't necessarily coming. We try not to tell you guys about a business coming to town unless we've seen official paperwork on it, because real estate deals fall through, businesses go through hardships, they decide not to expand. Whatever the case is, we try not to put out information unless we know for sure that they're coming. We would hate for people to think that we're sharing false information, because we do double and quadruple cross-check everything. So no BJs at this time. However, that being said, if you want BJs to come, the first thing you can do as a resident, as a citizen, as someone who frequents town, whether you live here or not, whether you work here or not, is you can reach out to them and tell them that there's a want and a need. And then what they'll do is they'll start looking into it, whether they have their own residential or commercial development team, real estate team, however they do it. And typically they reach out to development, neighborhood services, or economic development to get them going here in town. So no BJs at this time. Maybe one day. We'd love to see more businesses come into town and help expand that quality of life here in Weatherford.
All right. Economic development. I always enjoy economic development weeks, Nicole.
You want me to bring you up?
No, I can hide unless the fine citizens of Weatherford just want to see my face, which I doubt they do. So I will keep going. Okay.
Okay, go for it.
All right. So every other week we talk about economic development, what's happening, the latest and greatest news on what's happening as far as commercial properties and economic development in the city limits of Weatherford. And again, this is for the city limits of Weatherford, not Parker County, just our city limits. So we have what we call our primary trade area and secondary trade area. And before I move any further, I want to point out that economic development is unique in the sense that it's kind of a natural occurrence. I think we often get, or I know we often are sent emails, or even on the live show, people say, hey, get us a, like what Nicole was just talking about, a BJ's restaurant, get that for us. We really at the city have no control on whether a business comes here or not. We can't make a business come here. We can't tell them where to locate in the city limits of Weatherford. Now, what we do have is our commercial zoned property areas and our residential zones. So when a business is looking at Weatherford, they can look at the properties that are available based on the zoning map. And so that's why you see businesses kind of clumped together, such as the Interstate I-20 corridor, or businesses located on the north side of Weatherford. So they're kind of, and the reason we do that is you don't want to, and I'll just pull a grocery store out of the air. You don't want a Kroger being built in the middle of a subdivision, do you, Nicole?
No.
So we zone everything residential and commercial. That way it's kind of a planned development for Weatherford moving forward. Okay. So what we have is our primary trade area. It includes 190,000 people. And we know based off of data that individuals in this trade area shop in Weatherford 3 to 5 times per week. Our secondary trade area includes 360,000 people, and they shop 1 to 2 times a week or a couple of times per month. So the first map that Nicole's going to bring up is the primary trade area. And again, it's 190,000 people, total population in that zone, and they shop 3 to 5 times in Weatherford per week. So that zone goes over to the Loop 820 corridor in Fort Worth and out west to about Santo area. It goes up north to Poolville, down south to Crescent, toward like Cleburne area. And then the secondary trade area is a little bit larger. You can bring up that secondary trade area.
I clicked over. It's just frozen.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, there we go.
So it goes a little bit further east into that corridor, that Loop 820 corridor. as far north as Graham, out west to Cisco, and down to Stephenville to the south. So we know based off of cell phone data, GPS tracking, not that we're tracking it, we work with companies that collect this data and they share that with us. And it allows us to see like where people are coming from to participate in commerce within the city limits of Weatherford. The good thing about economic development, as you all know, is sales tax. So a lot of our sales tax comes from individuals who do not necessarily live within the city limits of Weatherford, and those dollars go toward our general fund to create new or enhance roadways or just make Weatherford better. So there are benefits to economic development. One of the things that we often hear is, why is Weatherford trying to be the size of Dallas or Fort Worth, or any large city? Well, the fact of the matter is, like I said at the beginning of this presentation, is economic development is a natural occurrence. And, when people move out this direction, you see the growth in areas like Aledo. You're seeing it out in Brock right now. And we're definitely getting growth here in Weatherford. People are moving to this area. Since the onset of COVID, people are now working from home, and we're noticing that people are leaving the larger cities and living a more rural or suburban lifestyle. So the growth has increased for not only us, but for communities further west of the DFW area. So what happens when people move out here? Businesses come as well. They follow the money. Businesses, it's a free market. They can choose where they open their doors up, and they're always going to open their doors where people are located, because people have the money to buy their products. So again, we often hear, well, why don't we bring this restaurant? Why are we trying to make Weatherford big? We really have no control over that. What we do control is planned growth. So we have our commercial zones, our residential zones, and we plan ahead for that growth. And we've done that really, really well with the help of City Council and their forward thinking in the past many decades for that matter. So just keep in mind that growth is going to continue well into the next decade, in my opinion, and we're noticing that growth. Did I miss anything, Nicole?
No, I think you did a good job. I think, unless I totally missed it because I was reading comments, the only thing that you didn't say is that, like, when you move to a place, you don't have to apply to live there. Same exactly. With businesses, we can't tell them. We can tell what the area is zoned for, and we can make sure stuff is up to code so people are safe, and so that future use of that land is also protected.
Yep.
But we can't tell businesses that they have to go in a certain area or can't, other than you're not putting a Kroger in the middle of a housing development.
Well, and I think a fair question that citizens can ask us is, what is our role as city officials in regard to economic development? Well, it's our job to provide, data to potential developers or businesses, to let them know of areas where land is available, depending on what size facility they need, the type of infrastructure they might need, water, sewer, electric. All of those things play a role. And it impacts our system as a whole. So it's our job to, again, manage that planned growth and give guidance to those developers. That is our role. We really, again, can't pick a company and say, hey, you're moving to Weatherford. Come on. It doesn't work that way. But our job is to collect the data, like the data you see right here on the secondary trade area, and provide that to developers and businesses. Well,
and the other thing we run into is that a lot of businesses know what other businesses they want to be around. Like, yep. I know some of them have, like, they have to be within so many blocks or on the same block as this other exact business or type of business. So that's the other thing as well, that a lot of people, I don't feel like we talk about that enough. Because I don't feel like it's something that comes to my mind that frequently every week.
Yeah, and I think what you're getting along the lines of is Costco. So we, that's one of our rumor controls is, we often hear, when are we getting the Costco? We heard Costco's coming. Costco did reach out to the city, 5+ years ago is my understanding. And they looked at Weatherford, but what their business plan, they basically build a location adjacent to a major shopping area. So the current shopping areas that we have along the interstate, there's not enough room for them to build the facility that they need. There's not enough land available adjacent to those existing shopping centers. And so it's not that they don't want to come to Weatherford. It's just not the right time for them. So it could happen down the road, but we often hear that rumor. But at this time, there's no Costco, no Sam's looking to come to Weatherford. But, tomorrow's a new day. You never know. We might get that phone call. And what you can do as a citizen is reach out to those companies and let them know that, hey, you want them to come here. They listen to citizens more than they do municipalities, and they listen to their consumers, and you are their consumer, and they would love to hear from you if you want them to be located in Weatherford.
Yeah. So that takes us into our next one. Blake, I'm going to let you get this one.
Oh, you do the rumor control part, and I'll talk about it.
Rumor control.
See, you just nail it every time. I can't do it like you do. No Saltgrass. I love Saltgrass. It's such a good steakhouse.
But we did just have one open in town, as well as the other existing steak places we already have too, as well.
That is correct. So, as much as Saltgrass is good, we have a lot of great steak places already. And
you can find all of those on experienceweatherford.com.
That's right.
Found another way to sneak it in again.
Well done.
Hey, I do what I can. So guys, now we're to the fun part where I get these updates from our development and neighborhood services. So that means these actually have paperwork to and from between us and the tenant. So here's our permits for ongoing projects. So Boot Barn, guys, that's the one Blake was talking about earlier. 146 East I-20. There has been some movement inside the windows because I am driving around and looking at these places for you guys sometimes. So they have their tenant improvement has been issued. Fort Worth Lighting, which is going in next to Taco Bell off of South Main, guys. Tenant improvement also issued. And then the tenant improvement is pending over at Fort Worth Waxing, which is at 1704 Santa Fe Drive. Katie's Car Wash, which is going in over by Hobby Lobby, Old School Texas, Home Depot, all that area over there. They have their commercial permit issued. Novak Dental at 1433 Clear Lake Drive has their commercial permit pending right now. Russell Feed at 2610 South Main. They're in the grading phase and site preparation to start seeing some movement. You'll see more happening over there, guys. Martin Drive Medical Office Building at 1709 Martin Drive. Commercial permit is pending there. And then Pure Vita Mexican Bar and Grill off of Fort Worth Highway, guys. That is actually open for business. They have had their revised occupancy request approved. I've seen a lot of people posting about being there, and I've seen really good pictures of food, and everyone's saying it's pretty good. So have you seen anything about it, Blake?
A lot of people. That and Lenny's. That's a new restaurant here in town, and they are adjacent. They were just outside the square.
Yes. So. Then going back to it, Home Goods has 146 East I-20 tenant improvement pending. And guys, this is actually a former rumor control item that became a reality because enough people reached out to them. I know that we had a ton of people reach out to them because on one of the posts, I tagged their corporate account and they said that they had heard from a lot of people in the area. So that's all.
Home Goods? Are you a Home Goods?
Yes.
Person?
I love decorating. You've seen my office, okay? My house is a lot more plain than my office right now, but that's because stuff's expensive. But I love to shop. It's a great place to get gifts and stuff. Of course, we have a lot of places locally too, but I mean, who doesn't want another opportunity to shop and find gifts for people, especially if you're a gift giver? UPS store. So we'll actually have a UPS store here in town. Finally, so they will be off Adams Road and tenant improvement pending. Guys, that is over by Bath and Body Works and all of that stuff. So kind of exciting that now you don't have to drive to a neighboring town or go into Kohl's to send stuff back if you need to for your shipping needs. And then Major Perk Coffee House, which is going on the north side of town, guys. That is at 1301 Oliver Street. Their commercial permit is pending. I do know that there's been a little bit of movement there, so we're kind of excited to have a coffee shop on that side of town. Bamboo Garden Asian Cuisine, which is going to be at 300 South Main Street. They have their revised occupancy request approved, so you'll see a lot more movement over there as well. The Weight Room, which is going in at 2113 Clear Lake Drive, Suite 700, has their tenant improvement pending, as does Outlaws BBQ off of Ranger Highway. Texas Opry Theater, we've had a lot of questions about this. They have their revised occupancy permit pending, so it has actually moved into the next stage. So it is pending, so we'll see some movement there. I don't know all of the details there, but we can find out more if you guys need to know. Global Resource Products over off of Tin Top Road has their revised occupancy request approved, so they'll have a lot of movement. And then the next few have their tenant improvement pending, so that'll be Rule the Roost off of I-20, 1893 on Lee and 109 East Lee also have their tenant improvement pending. Then Beauty, Grace, and Salon off of York Avenue has their tenant improvement pending as well. And Benchmark Signs over off of Barnett Drive is also in the pending stage with their tenant improvement.
This list has gotten bigger since our last economic development week, I feel like.
So we've had all of the ones bolded have gone from one phase to a new one this week, and the others are either permit or are approved and open for business. So those are bolded because there's been a good amount of movement on them, but I double checked on them. So a lot of them are moving, and we'll see a lot more things open. And some of those ribbon cuttings actually and groundbreakings we talked about earlier used to be on our list. Like even on the last show, we had a couple of them that were on the list. So
have to go get us a pair of boots when Boot Barn opens, right?
Yeah, I know a lot of people that are like ready and willing. I think we had someone on one of the community groups told people it was open 2 weeks ago, told people it was open last week. It was definitely not open. I definitely had people who were like, let's go. And I was like, it's not open yet. And they were like, just get in the car. We're going. And then it's not.
I've never been in a Boot Barn though, so I'll have to go check it out.
I have. I used to work promotions, remember? I was at a Boot Barn a lot. So it'll be a great place to get some more shoes in town.
I always enjoy going to Teskey's out west of town. I always enjoy going there just because of the smell, the leather and everything.
Teskey's and David's, yeah.
And David's.
We're just giving more opportunities, and there's more places wanting to come to town to help provide more services across different demographics, different groups of people, more options.
Yeah.
I'm for it. Blake, you ready?
All right, current non-residential projects. This is so when we say non-residential, it's commercial projects. I love this map because it really shows you that the volume of projects, commercial projects across the city limits of Weatherford. I'm guilty of this. I'll drive around, and after a while, I'll be like, "Well, I don't see anything new going on." Well, this is a great map to look at because it shows you all of the activity, whether it's a small project like an upgrade to a building that a business is doing or just a new project in general. It shows you the amount or the volume of projects taking place across the city limits of Weatherford in regard to commercial projects. The next one that Nicole is going to bring up
I want to point out, this is not updated on the website. It will be. I just got it late last night. So shout out to Bill Smith, if you're watching, Bill, for getting me this updated as of yesterday. So both of these are updated as of yesterday.
Awesome. And the next map is the residential project. So homes. This shows you, so if you notice, like these maps, you'll see typically your residential will have more activity, and then that commercial follows behind. So it goes back to what I was saying earlier in the broadcast that, growth is a natural occurrence. So when people move here, businesses, because it's a free market, right? They follow where the money is, which is where the people are. So that's what we're experiencing right now. And you're going to continue to see massive growth here in Weatherford moving forward.
Yeah. So we've got another rumor control. No American Eagles at this time.
Okay. I have to stop you right there. American Eagle, back in the day for me, was like my store. I loved American Eagle.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Fun fact about Blake that you didn't know you were going to get today.
There's like different groups of people. So there's American Eagle, there's Urban Outfitters. There was different stores that people tended to like. If they shopped at one, they didn't shop at the other.
So you're basically.
So I did learn.
Okay, so you're saying it's a personality type.
No, because I feel like as someone who went into all of those stores with all of her friends, but like my friends who bought American Eagle wouldn't shop at the others. I just feel like. Now I've learned something about you.
Yeah.
I felt like they didn't sell that different of stuff.
It's true. It's true.
But this was something that was brought up, and I was tagged in it in one of the community groups. So I went to DNS and I went to economic development, and they were like, they could be looking, but we don't know anything about it.
Is it still popular is my question. Because it was popular, when I was in high school.
I know in some areas of the country they're actually doing better, and they're opening their own like freestanding stores, not in malls, because I know that malls are kind of struggling at this point in the U.S. But I do know that in some other areas they have opened up new stores.
Okay.
I don't know anything of it. Everyone I asked didn't know anything about it, but I mean,
maybe I need to get reacquainted with American Eagle out. See, American Eagle had a place in my life because that was before, that's the high school, college, blue jeans, the nice polo. But now I wear slacks and button ups every day, so I don't go there anymore. But maybe I'll have to check it out for fun.
You will, and
for my weekend attire.
Before we go off, I'm gonna see if I can pull up this tab and I'm gonna bring it into the slide. So give me a second, guys. So this is our Experience Weatherford website, guys. Pop up. This is what it looks like when you initially enter it. You can pick to go look at places to dine, things to do, so like attractions in town, where to shop, and all of these are updated by the businesses themselves. But like Blake said, you can pick a place to stay. But my favorite thing about this is that you can go to our events calendar and it'll pull up a list of like all of the things coming up and like information on them. And if they have external links to like buy tickets or whatever, they can link it over themselves. So you guys can see all of the upcoming events. Like we have Weatherford concert series this week. So guys, check it out. It's Metal Shop. And I don't think I put it in the slides, so that's my bad. But I know I shared it on Experience Weatherford and it's on Facebook. It's here. It's a cover band at Heritage Park. And then I know tonight we have the Food Truck Park Lounge Night. I said that wrong, did I not? I said that wrong. Food Park Lounge Night.
There you go.
Yeah. And I think over here it's on May 18th, but if I remember correctly, that got moved to this week. Am I not? I think it got moved to this week. So I'm actually going to take that off until I get that page pulled up because you never know what people are posting on Facebook. But you guys check it out. I think it's really cool that you can see like some of the different shopping things and all of that stuff in town. I think it's a really unique thing that we offer that not a whole lot of cities offer. And I also want to give a shout out to the ladies at the chamber because I know that they really help push this, but this is what brings people to town where you can list all of your events. Anything you want to say about it, Blake?
No, I think you've got it. Covered. The best thing I can say about Experience Weatherford is it's really a one-stop shop to see, everything that's happening in this and quality of life programs to see what's going on in Weatherford.
And I was going to pull it up. Yeah. The Food Truck Park Lounge Night, guys, is tonight. That's right. So I'll go update that on Experience Weatherford. But the reason I pulled up our main website before we leave the show is I wanted to show you guys, if you come to our website, hover over departments, and then if you come down to Development and Neighborhood Services. So this was actually on my next slide, but I figured I might as well show you guys how to get there. And then if you come down to Planning Division, you can actually scroll down and see our development projects, and they update that with what has been recently approved. And it's got like quick grabs of all of that stuff. And then what is under construction, and then the subdivisions in the area as well. So we've got all of that on our website, but I will update the residential development maps and all of that to be more update than this. And I think anything else I should show them on the website, Blake, or you think that's good?
I think that's good.
Okay.
I think we're good.
So again, see all of those updates and projects on our website. If you guys have any questions, message us. Next week, we've got department and project updates. But that should be it.
I don't see, everybody's kind of quiet today on the comment section. So, and that's okay. But if you have a question, feel free to type it in. And after we're live, we'll still respond to you. And of course, you all know how to reach out to us anytime that you need to. In the meantime, y'all stay safe. Have a good week.